We are back live for part 2 of Tuesday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure you let us know that you're on and watching. And if you're on and watching, then welcome, and we know you're on and watching. Let me reply to some text here. Tanner just texted me. All right, so you should be able to be here and live to comment. Let's do a YouTube test. That's the big question. Can anybody comment on YouTube? Definitely if you're watching on YouTube, because that's what we had problems with part 1 on YouTube. I see Rob Scheffler with a test comment. Let's see here. All right, good. YouTube's working. Let's go over here to Restream Chat. And all right, we're working. I'll let everybody get on. Go ahead and get everything shared. I probably need to go ahead and share it, actually. Let me do that as well. Boom. Right there it is. First one. Let's get that shared. Whole lot of records. And okay. Got it shared in the group. That's all I'll share it there. We'll let a few more people hop on. So here's kind of what's happened tonight. We're back live for part 2. We're going to do some on-sale stuff for a little while. Probably won't be on too terribly late. We're going to do some on-sale stuff that I think you're really going to like the way I do this. It's all going to be a set price. I think it's a pretty good mix of records. There's some great stuff in here. At the price I'm going to set everything in, it's going to be real simple. Everything is going to be $6.99, aka $7 minus a penny. That also equals $6.99. So we're going to go through this crate. I'm going to go through it probably 1-2 times, and everything is going to be, I guess we can call it a flat $7. I like $6.99, but sometimes we put, actually what we do is the stuff that ends in 99, we know it's a buy it now, and if it ends in a 0, we know it was an auction item. So if you ever get an invoice and I'm be like, yeah, I'll sell that to you for $25, Tanner will probably still write it down as $24.99. That way we know that it was a buy it now, because we don't allow auctions to be put back. So the stuff that ends in 0s on your invoice is usually so it's essentially $7 record, $6.99. Of course, as many as we sold, those pennies add up either way, right, Seth? Okay, all right, so everything in here is $6. We're almost at 100 viewers. I'll go ahead and get started. Everything in here is $6.99, just $7 records. We have Steppenwolf for ladies only. Everybody needs to be claiming left and right at $6.99. Steppenwolf for ladies only, $6.99. I'll let you know if anything's check condition. Rycooter, bop till you drop. Scotty Hops, first on Steppenwolf. We have another Rycooter, bop till you drop. That one's in shrink wrap, $6.99. Leon Russell, Willow the Wisp, $6.99. Gilbert O'Sullivan himself, featuring Alone Again. That's in shrink wrap with a Woolco price tag, $6.99 on that. Everything in here is $6.99. American Flyer, $6.99, no condition notes on United Artists. American Flyer self-titled. Brinsley Schwartz, featuring Brinsley Schwartz, Nick Lowe, Bob Andrews, and Bill Rankin. That's a 2 LP, $6.99. Tony OK, America, in shrink wrap, $6.99. Jesus Christ Superstar, no condition notes, 2 LP gatefold with the booklet, $6.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears 3, $6.99. Fred Carnell wants the Brinsley and Schwartz. That's sold to Fred Carnell. So far we've sold Steppenwolf and we've sold Brinsley to Fred Carnell. We have Guilty. Jimmy Witherspoon and Eric Burden, that is now just $6.99. Eric Burden and Jimmy Witherspoon. Jackie Reynolds wants the Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's so to Jackie Reynolds. Rod Stewart, A Night on the Town. $6.99. I see that we've officially hit 100 viewers on both platforms, so let me remind everybody what we're doing. This is an on-sale crate. Instead of me making it best offer or whatever, I've went and compiled some stuff here that I think should definitely sell for $6.99. And also, no less. They're all $6.99. $6.99. Claim them, first come, first serve. We're going to tag them, and then they're yours. Jeremy Vite, first to the Jesus Christ Superstar. Jeremy's first to Jesus Christ Superstar. Randy Scarborough, first on Rod Stewart. Those are sold and sold. Everything in here is $6.99. Internal Blues Machine, featuring the main themes from the original soundtrack of Adios Amigos. That's the soundtrack to Adios Amigos. $6.99. Mark Almond is sealed from 1972, an original sealed copy. $6.99. Central Nervous System, I Could Have Danced All Night. Just $6.99. Neil Brasher, first to the Mark Almond that was sealed. A John Fitzgerald Kennedy Memorial Album. There he is. Sealed. $6.99. Sealed JFK. Jackie Reynolds on Leon Russell. Willow the Lisp. That is so to Jackie Reynolds. We have Fresh Air 4. Fresh Air is $6.99. Fresh Air 4. Near mint. By the way, I'll let you know if anything is check condition. These are all $6.99. Jeffrey DeLong, first on JFK. There he is. Sold. We have Pure Prairie League Live, Taking the Stage. $6.99. Pure Prairie League Live, 2LP. Van Morrison in the $6.99 crate. Holy moly. Original inner sleeve. $6.99. Van Morrison, common one. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, Silver, Dirt, and Gold in the $6.99 bin. Holy moly. We have Van Morrison, sold to Neil. We had Mel second, Brent Rabley third, Jeremy fourth, Gavin fifth. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, $6.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Nuclear Blues, $6.99. Don Ellis at the Fillmore, 2LP, Columbia, $6.99. Angela Bofield, Angie, $6.99. Booker T and the MGs, Universal Language, $6.99. And Moody Blues, there it is, To Our Children's Children, $6.99 near mint. Billy Underwood wants Don Ellis at the Fillmore, sold. Kelly Cook, Booker T, sold. That was Universal Language. Randy Scarborough, Moody Blues. R.J. Myers first or second on Booker T. Kelly Cook was first. So just like the crates I posted in the group, $7 records minus a penny, $6.99. First come, first serve. They're all EX plus to near mint minus unless I say otherwise. Great deals. Just some stuff I'm clearing out. When we bring in these huge collections, sometimes I run a big sale on vintage just to free up crates and free up records and free up space and anything. We're freeing up a lot of stuff. Larry Smith, first on Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. That's sold to Larry Smith. Everything is $6.99. There it is. The Moody Blues, caught live, plus 5. $6.99. The Hastings Sampler. This has Emmylou on it, George Benson, Eric Carmen, John Fogerty, Heavenly Bodies, and Cashmere. $6.99 on the Hastings Sampler. Edwin Starr, Happy Radio. Edwin Starr, $6.99. We have Elvis Costello. Wow, Elvis Costello in the $6.99 bin. Punch the Clock, near mint vinyl, very clean, $6.99. Quarter Flash, Take Another Picture, $6.99. John Stevens, first on Elvis Costello. Mel was second. Chris Kirkley, third. Spankin' Our Gang's Greatest Hits, Sunday Will Never Be the Same. I like that song. That's pretty much half off at $6.99. Storybook, Children, Billy Vera and Judy Clay. That's a white label promo, $6.99 for Storybook. Renaissance is $6.99. We have Sunny Fortune, Awakening, $6.99. Roger Ramjet. We're 2 for 2 on Moody Blues records. Roger Ramjet gets that one, $6.99. Tommy Flanders, The Moonstone. That was originally $29.99, $6.99. Just moving some stuff out here. even if it is well below a lot of average sold prices. Carly Simon is sealed. Spy, $6.99. We only have about 50 million records to go through. Carly Simon, self-titled, $6.99. Lou Reed in the $6.99 bin. New Sensations, $6.99 mint. Jeremy, first to Carly Simon. Jeremy, let me know if you want self-titled, Spy, or you can have both of them. Sean Fairweather, first to Lou Reed. Let's go ahead and tag that first. Lou Reed is sold to Sean Fairweather. Neil was second. R.J. Myers was third. We're going to see which two of these that Jeremy wants. He may want both of them. Mike Posner is sealed from Record Store Day 2018. $6.99. I was born in Detroit on a very, 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 very cold day. Sealed, Mike Posner. He's going to take both Carly Simons, Jeremy Vite and Jeremy Vite. Carly Simon, Carly Simon. These are all $6.99. Ricky Lee Jones, Pirates, in shrink wrap. Billy Underwood wants Sunny Fortune. That's sold to Billy Underwood. Sunny Fortune, Billy Underwood. Ry Cooder in the $6.99 bin. This is his self-titled album on Reprise. Near Mint, $6.99 on Ry. We have Boz Scaggs, Down To, Then Left, $6.99. Dick Hextall Smith, Dust in the Air Suspended marks the place where a story ended. A 72 white label promo, $6.99. Doug Kershaw, Flip Flop and Fly, $6.99. Ravi Shankar, 3 Ragas, $6.99. The Firesign Theater presents the tale of the giant rant of Sumatra. That is $6.99, Firesign Theater. Firefall, Luna C. Colin Butler on Ravi Shankar, 3 Ragas. That's sold to Colin Butler. The Firesign Theater, Don't Crush That Dwarf, Hand Me the Pliers, $6.99. This has a poster with it. This has a poster, Firesign Theater poster with it. I'm sure that's got some crazy artwork on it. $6.99. Heads, Hands, and Feet. Heads, Hands, and Feet, $6.99. Everything in here is $6.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Child is Father to the Man. There is some cover damage at the bottom. $6.99. Okay, we're getting to the last fifth of this crate. I see we've had a big jump in viewers, 124 people watching for part 2. We ended part 1 a little early because we had some connection problems with YouTube. I think everything's working now. We're on our Ethernet connection. We're on a hardline connection. We're going through a crate. It's a flat price crate. Everything is $6.99. So far, there's been almost no check condition in here. I don't think anything's been check condition. Everything is $6.99. And this is just a random crate. I think we've been through it before, best offer. And so now sometimes the easiest way to do it is just make everything a flat price. $6.99, no more and no less, $6.99. Wax, Magnetic Heaven, $6.99. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Donovan, Barber Jaggle, that is $6.99 for Donovan. The Pointer Sisters, Contact, $6.99. Roger Ramjet wants the Ry Cooder self-titled. That's sold to Roger Ramjet. And John Stevens on Wax, Magnetic Heaven. John Stevens, Wax, Magnetic Heaven. Melissa Manchester, Mathematics. M-A plus H-E-M-A. I think you're supposed to spell that out or sound it out. Gold Stamp Promo, $6.99 on Melissa Manchester. The Turtles, more golden hits, $6.99 on the Turtles. Dobie Gray, Loving Arms. Dobie Gray, VG Plus, just $6.99. Rick Wakeman, The 6 Wives of Henry VIII. That's a VG Plus. Couple check condition records here, $6.99. This is The Section, VG Plus, $6.99. More Orphan Than Not. It's a promo copy with the press kit. VG Plus, $6.99. David Byrne, The Catherine Wheel. VG Plus, $6.99. Eric Clapton, Backless. Eric Clapton in the $6.99 bin. VG Plus, $6.99. Jim Hickson wants the Heads, Hands, and Feet. That's one record. It's this one right here. That's sold to Jim Hickson. Song on Dobie Gray. It does not have Gimme the Beat Boys and Free My Soul. I Want to Get Lost in Your Rock and Roll. Not on here, but I will read you the track list if you're curious. That's VG Plus $6.99. Nick, I'll put that in pending. John Stevens was second. Jackie Reynolds is first to Clapton. So we can for sure go ahead and tag Clapton with Jackie Reynolds. Neil is second. James Cohorn third. Jeremy was fourth. Next new claim is John Duran wants the Turtles. And Nick was looking for that one. That's what I was thinking. Sometimes I don't have to read track listings. I can just say it's not on there. John didn't want Dobie Gray. He wanted, I misread that. He wanted David Byrne. That wasn't even the same initials. I just mislooked. DB for David Byrne. That's so to John Stevens. The Dobie Gray song we're talking about is on an album called Dobie Gray. It's brown. It looks like he's laying on a bed in like a cabin. That's the one you're looking for. We don't get that one often, and it's usually an instant seller. Dobie Gray, though, that's called, what is that called? What's the actual title of that called? What's the chorus? I want to get lost. Drift Away. Yes, Drift Away. I had to kind of go through the lyrics in my head. Drift Away, yes. Yeah, not on that one. I'm going to run through these. Excuse me. I'm going to run through these one more time. I think I've got another crate that I can do like this. We've just sold half of that one. I think I've got another one. I did pull out 2 records, though. I'm always honest with y'all. I did pull out 2 records because I was like, I cannot let these go for $6.99. But you know what? We're going to start them for $1, so maybe even better. We're going to start them for $1 auctions. We have Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, 4-Way Street. No condition notes. No condition notes on the vinyl. This cover always has ring wear. If you ever see a copy of this, even the reissues, and they don't have ring wear, and you're looking for an upgrade, you might want to buy it just for the cover. It's a gatefold. Oh, it has the... does this go with it? I don't know if I've ever seen the insert. Yeah, that's the insert with it. We had a copy of this. I don't know who bought that from us. We had a copy back from that collection in Atlanta that Stephen Stills had autographed right there. I'm glad he did. We had some that were signed on the front, but this is such a dark cover, it's kind of hard to see them. $1 start, 4-Way Street. This is a 4-digit Rockefeller address. Yeah, the vinyl's very clean, though. Live Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, 4-Way Street. $1 start. Very clean vinyl. That's up for auction. There's the original lyric insert. On the Way Home. Neil Young doing some of his solo stuff too, like Cowgirl in the Sand, Southern Man, Ohio, 49 Bye-Byes, Carry On, Chicago, Long Time Gone, Love the One You're With, Stephen Stills solo song, Find the Cost of Freedom, Pre-Road Downs. Yeah, that's great stuff. One of my favorite bands when they're all 4 collective like that, or even just the 3 of them. And we have an Elvis record. This was a 1960 Rockaway press. I definitely was going to be hurting to sell this for $6.99 because it's an original 1960 Rockaway press. Does have a little bit of writing. Diane Woody wrote her name on the cover. Does have a piece of tape, but that's a very clean Elvis record for what it is. That's also a $1 start, GI Blues. Now, $1 starts. We're at 10 on that. Let's go through these one more time very quickly. These are all $6.99. $6.99. Ry Cooter, Bought Till You Drop. I got 2 copies. Whoever claims first gets the nicest one in the shrink wrap. Gilbert O'Sullivan, American Flyer, Tony O'Kay, Jimmy Witherspoon, and Eric Burden. That might be the surprise so far. That was originally $34.99. Just trying to find it a new home. Take advantage. Internal Blues Machine. That's a soundtrack to Adios Amigos. Central Nervous System. Fresh Air 4. Pure Prairie League. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Nuclear Blues, Angela Bofield, The Hastings Sampler, Edwin Starr, Quarter Flash, Spankin' Her Gang's Greatest Hits, Billy Vera and Judy Clay, Renaissance, Tommy Flounders and the Moonstones, Mike Posner was sealed. We have a $1 bid on Elvis, and Crosby, Stills, and Nash is at 12, now 14. Roger Ramjet wants the Eric Burden. We're here to sell records. We're not a record museum. Sometimes we get crazy of our pricing just to get these invoiced and sent to your doorstep. Ricky Lee Jones, Pirates. Boz Scaggs, Down to Then Left. Dick Hextall Smith. Doug Kershaw, The Firesign Theater. Firefall, The Firesign Theater. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Donovan, The Pointer Sisters. Melissa Manchester, and Rick Wakeman. A couple more in here. So James Bragg. James Bragg is at Crosby, Stills, and Nash at 17. Scott Jokumstaller is first on the Boz Scaggs. That's sold to Scott Jokumstaller. Brent Rabley wants Guilty and The Section. Let me go ahead and finish the crate. We have The Section. That's what Brent Rabley wants. There's more Orphan than Not, and then there's the Dobie Gray for just $6.99. Let's go ahead and pull the section. And Brent, actually, Roger Ramjet was before you on the Guilty. That was the Eric Burden and Jimmy Witherspoon. So that's already been claimed, but you do get the section. We got 2 bids for... Wow, is Elvis really going to sell for $1? Final call. Gavin Hatala has... I pulled it out of the $6.99 bin because I felt bad about selling it for $6.99. Now I'm about to sell it for $1. GI Blues. Elvis is now at $2. We're getting there. Hopefully it brings at least 7 to make me... I'm okay with 7. Can we at least get a $7 bid on it? All right, there we go. I was about to say, oh my gosh, can I bid $1 for a original 60 GI Blues? The vinyl's very clean. The cover's not the best. It is a VG or maybe even VG minus because of the writing, but I was about to say, wow. Okay, anybody else on this one before I grab a new one? Anybody else? Those were like going to be painful to sell for $7, but Elvis ended up might be bringing. Well, okay, we're at 7. I figured I definitely couldn't sell this for $6.99. That's such a nice copy on the vinyl, and it has the lyric insert, and I didn't even realize that. Final call. Anybody else on anything in here? All right. I may eventually, I'll probably just redeposit those in the bins and probably green sticker them. I'll probably put green stickers here in the store on them, mark them $5.99 or $6.99 here in the store. Let people look through them here for a while before I discount them any further. All right, let me see what else I got over here. Let me go through this crate. There is a couple in this one I need to pull out. And like I said, I'll be very fair with it. Whatever I pull out, I'll be very fair, and we'll put them up for auction. Usually $1 starts. But I've got another half crate here of $6.99 stuff. Let me make sure I got everything out of here I wanted to. And then we'll probably do some half off. I got maybe 1 more or 2 more crates up here we can go through. Then we might do a recap of some stuff from tonight. Because tonight's connection was a little weird. And I had a feeling there was some people itching to make some offers on some stuff. And if that is what it takes to sell them, then we'll go through them. Okay, update on our auction. We hit 7. Then we had another $6 bid and a $6 bid. 25 on that, 8 on Elvis, 8 on Elvis. Grant Peltzer put MM. That was something from that last crate. MM. Melissa Manchester Grant. Mathematics. Let me know if that's right. Okay, more $6.99 stuff. Let's see what we have in here. Elvis is at 10. Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young is at 25. 10 and 25. Dan Fogelberg, Souvenirs, $6.99. Dan Fogelberg, Souvenirs. 21 All-Time Yesterdays, Volume 2 from WSAI Radio, $6.99. Wow, this has got some good stuff on it. First track that caught my eye was Brown Eyed Girl, Van Morrison. I see Bend Me, Shape Me, The American Breed. Let It Out by the Hombres. Hold On, I'm Coming, Sam and Dave. What a Wonderful Day for a Daydream, Love and Spoonful. Sir Douglas Quintet. The Tokens, Shangri-Las. That is $6.99. That's sold to Brent Rabley. So Grant Peltzer did want that, $6.99. This is sold to Brent Rabley for $6.99. Rosie was 2. Marco was 3rd. Jackie was 4th. And final call on these 2 auctions. Elvis is at $10 with Thomas Bowman. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is at $25 with Jeremy. Final call on both of those. Dave Mason, It's Like You Never Left, $6.99. Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes, just $6.99 on Tommy Bolin, Private Eyes. Great album. The Twangs, Dwayne Eddy, $6.99. Hurricane Jones, $6.99. Brent Rabley wants Tommy Bolin. He got that. Dinah Ross, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, $6.99. Jackie, you were second to Tommy Bolin. Rejoice is in shrink wrap, $6.99 on Rejoice. The Best of Brian Auger in shrink wrap, $6.99. Charlie Hayden, Jan Garber, Garbarek. I'm not going to try to read the rest of those. Magico, $6.99. Thomas Bowman, first to DR, Dinah Ross. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. And Ron Levy's Wild Kingdom. That's $6.99. We also have Ron Levy's Wild Kingdom, Safari to New Orleans, $6.99. Jetty, you were second on Ross. We're going to give John Ambrosic the Dave Mason. and we're going to end these auctions. We made it to $10 on Elvis, which was a deal. We had that stickered for $34.99. I'm going to consider that a great deal for a very clean stereo copy of GI Blues. Sold to Thomas Bowman for $10, and Jeremy Vite is going to get the Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young for $25. 10 and 25 on those. Jeremy got Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and Thomas Bowman got the Elvis. Okay, the two records I pulled out of this crate that I'll start for $1 is Coven, and these are risky because these are kind of more obscurities, but they're not cheap. We have Redbone, which is sealed. Beaded Dreams Through Turquoise Eyes. I'm not even going to tell you what we have it marked. It's just going to be a $1 start. Redbone, Beaded Dreams Through the Turquoise Eyes, featuring the hit single Susie Girl. Has the price tag, 2 price tags. It is a cutout. It is sealed. Redbone is a $1 start. Then we have Coven. Now, this is that same artist we had from that collection of Wayne that I told y'all they had some like almost black mass type records. Well, they actually had a charted single, and it's called 110 Soldier, which is from the movie The Legend of Billy Jack. That was their big hit, and that's called Coven, self-titled. Not as wild as I think the other albums are, but still good, especially with that hit on it. That's a $1 start. Redbone's a $1 start. Coven's a $1 start. We have the Jimmy Giffrey, maybe? I think that's how you say Jimmy's last name. That's 180 gram wax time, $6.99. John McLaughlin, My Goals Beyond, $6.99. Ready Teddy from 1976, $6.99 in shrink wrap. Ready Teddy. Elaine Elias. It is sealed from 1989, $6.99. Life by Night, sealed from 1985, $6.99. For Your Precious Love, Oscar Tony Jr., 67 mono, $6.99. Hoyt Axton, Long Old Road, Ernest Tubb Record Shop sticker, sealed, $6.99. Coven, $1. Redbone, $1. Coven, $5. Coven, $6. Redbone, $1. We have a couple claims in between that. Tommy Flowers wants the Jimmy Giffrey. That's sold to Tommy Flowers. Hoyt Axton is sold to Jackie Reynolds. Preston was second on Hoyt Axton. We have a $2 bid on Redbone, and we have a $6 bid on Coven. If we can at least get the $7 on either one of them, I'll feel happy, okay? If they bring that, I'm consider those deals. But at least get the $7. I guess I should start them at $7 since I'm pulling them out of a $7.99 crate. Janie Freaky, Love Notes, $6.99. Edward Peterson, Upward Spiral, $6.99. Edward Peterson, Upward Spiral. Ricky Peterson, Night Watch, Gold Stamp Promo, $6.99. Jimmy Ponder, Mean Streets, No Bridges. Jimmy Ponder, $6.99. We have met our reserve, $7 and $7. Courtney Pine, Journey to the Urge Within, $6.99. Mitch Ryder, The Detroit-Memphis Experiment, VG Plus, $6.99. Dwayne Eddy does Bob Dylan in shrink wrap, VG Plus vinyl, $6.99. The Johnny Burnett Rock and Roll Trio, Tear It Up, great early rock and roll here, just $6.99. Rex Allen Jr., this is Me and My Broken Heart, $6.99. Preston Rose is going to take the Dwayne Eddy. That's sold to Preston Rose. Razorbacks in shrink wrap, $6.99. Walter Savage on Johnny Burnett. That's sold to Walter Savage. Christina, Sleep It Off, just $6.99. I can't tell you how much of a discount that is on that album. A lot. $6.99 on Christina, Sleep It Off. Voices is $6.99. Gold Stamp Promo. Soundtrack to Cleopatra. There is some scene splits along the bottom. $6.99. The Secret Value of Daydreaming. Julian Lennon, $6.99. And Spooky Tooth with Pierre Henry, Ceremony, Electronic Mass, written by Pierre Henry and Gary Wright of Spooky Tooth, $6.99. All right, Jimmy Ball's first at the Christina. Yeah, that may be the biggest deal of the night in the $6.99 bin. John Stevens was second. Scott Jokumstaller first on the John McLaughlin. That's so does Scott Jokumstaller. Kim Johnson on J.O. Kim on J.O. And I think Kim meant J.L. for Julian Lennon. Is that right? Kim, I think you put J.O., but you meant J.L. for Julian Lennon. Jimmy Ball was second. And so, Kim, have you bought from us before? If you haven't, let me know. Say first-time buyer, and I will give you some first-time buyer instructions. Coven is at, let's update our auctions. Brent Rabley is at $8 on the sealed red bone, beaded dreams through turquoise eyes, red bone. That is, it's a cutout, but it does have the hype sticker. Brent Rabley has that for $8, going once, going twice. Coven, also at $8 with Neil Brasher, $8 and $8. $8 and $8 on those. Going twice, going 3 times. Gonna go ahead and sell them unless we get some new bids. Scott Snee wants the Charlie Hayden. Let me go ahead and pull that. Hayden. That's in here somewhere, isn't it? Right here, yes. This is sold to Scott Snee. Now, Kim, first-time buyer, go to our Facebook page right now, which that's what you're watching this on, but go to our messenger. Go to our messenger and send us a message and say, hi, I'm a first-time buyer. Here's my email address and here's my mailing address. And please give us your email address and your mailing address. We do $7 in limited shipping. This is Tuesday night. We're doing this again tomorrow, Wednesday. We're going to do it on Thursday. We're also going to do it on Friday night and Saturday night. And everything you buy from tonight all the way through Saturday is $7 in limited shipping. $7 in limited shipping. Let's see here. And we have new bids. Redbone 10, Coven 9, Coven 10. Kelly Bagwell wants Spooky Tooth, Coven 11, and Coven 12. Redbone 11. Would love to be able to block the emoji child. The emoji child. Yes. I wish the person sending the emojis would let me know, say, hi, I'm the person who constantly presses the emoji button. Then that way we could address the problem. But whoever it is, they don't want to let us know who they are. So, but if they do have the gumption to say, I'm the person who constantly presses the emoji button, then we can block them. But until then, it's unknown. So, Steve is bidding 15 on Coven. Steve, thank you. If you end up winning, I'll give you the same instructions. Good luck. These are both up for auction right now, Coven and Redbone. All right, so here's what's left in this $6.99 crate, and then we're either going to do, let's see here, I'll do that. Yeah, I got to check into that. I think there is a way I can turn it on. I went into settings one time, but I didn't have much luck. I think I got to go deep within my Facebook page settings, but I'm sorry that that's a problem, whoever's doing that. It's okay. Roger Ramjet, best of Brian Auger. Roger Ramjet gets best of Brian Auger. Yes, the emojis are very annoying. They pop up on the screen and they cover up everything, and somebody just sits there and wears out that button for the fun of it, so we will acknowledge that they're doing it, and we can't block them because we don't know who it is, and it's a problem. All right, so Coven's at $16 with Neil Brasher, and Redbone's at $11 with Brent Rabley. 11 on Redbone and 16 on Coven. Here's what's left. I hadn't got to recap it. Cleopatra, Voices. These are all $6.99. Razorbacks, Rex Allen Jr., Mitch Ryder, Courtney Pine, Jimmy Ponder, Ricky Peterson, Edward Peterson, Janie Fricky, Oscar Tony Jr., that's so to Jackie Reynolds, Oscar. Life by Night, Elaine Elias, Reddy Teddy, Ron Levy, Rejoice, Hurricane Jones, Dwayne Eddy, Dan Fogelberg, What's the Razorbacks? That's called Razorbacks, More Love, Less Attitude. Chris Miller, Jeff Hudis, and Michael Kersey from 1987, $6.99. Final call on these two auctions. Coven, $16. Redbone, $11. Scott Sneed wants the fresh air from the last crate. You got it. Some fresh air 4. So does Scott Sneed. I'm going to condense this. I'm going to condense this with the other one. Let me find our next crate. Steve Sizemore is back in on Coven at 18. We got an auction still going on for Coven, but Brent Ribley is about to get the sealed Redbone. He's about to get that for $11. Final call. Sealed. Sealed. Well beyond what we had it stickered right now. Brent says he just closes his right eye. It blocks everything on that side of the screen. That's one way to do it. All right. Let me see what I've got over here. What was that crate? That was from last night. There's the Queen Live Killers. Trying to find something really good, like a buy it now best offer crate with like stuff full of, I can't believe these hadn't sold. This looks like a good start here. Yeah, let's do this one here. This is going to be a buy it now best offer crate. So, I mean, like the first record's of Cars. Definitely don't want to do that half off. Plus, it was this priced last week. And it's really good titles. Okay, so Coven, 1820. I guess I'm going to have to sell Redbone. Redbone is sold to Brent Ribley for $11. That's sold to Brent for $11. Let's see here. Says I'm not spending enough money on records. Okay, we got to find some records for James Bragg. His account says he needs to spend some more money. Chad, just don't block me if I press a like button or heart. Well, I wouldn't know if it was you because we don't know who's pressing it. That's the problem. It doesn't tell me who's pressing it. Okay, if you press it over and over and you say it's me, then I'll be like, why are you doing that? Coven is at $20. So Steve, you're out. Coven's at $20. That's still up for auction. No timer. Just when everybody says out, we'll sell it. So these are buy it now best offer. I'll go through these. Just like it's a new arrivals crate. You can buy it now or you can make an offer on it. The first is the Cars Candy O, a really nice copy, $26.99. Original inner sleeve, $6.99 for the Cars Candy O. Gordon Lightfoot Shadows, that's in shrink wrap, $19.99. Julian Lennon Valette, $14.99. Julian Lennon Valette, $14.99. Nick Bargeron, first on the Cars. That's sold to Nick Bargeron. Scott Jokumstaller was second. So these are all buy it now best offer. Nick Lowe and the Cowboy Outfit, the Rose of England, $19.99. Also, if you're done bidding, please say out so I know you're done bidding and then we can sell it. The J. Giles Band Showtime, $19.99. Cool in the Gang Forever, $14.99 on Cool in the Gang Forever. The J. Giles Band, you're getting even while I'm getting odd, $19.99. So these are buy it now, best offer. Don't be, like I've always said, don't hesitate to make offers. $34.99. Steely Dan Gold, $34.99 on Steely Dan Gold. Donovan Fairy Tale, $14.99. Donovan Fairy Tale, $14.99. And Gilbert O'Sullivan, 20 of the very best, sealed, unopened, $19.99. Thomas, early, let me go do that while I'm thinking, while I see it. Thomas Bowman wants a Taylor Swift red if we have it. Thomas, give me a second to walk around the table here and see if we got one in the Taylor Swift bin. I've got Midnights, Folklore. He said red, right? Yes, I do have one copy of Taylor Swift red. And this is, of course, sticker price, sold to Thomas Bowman. That's sold to Thomas Bowman. And then after that, we've already tagged that. Nick Bargeron got the car. Scott Jokumstaller was second. Steve bid 22 on Coven. Chris Kirkley said he would give 14 for Gordon Lightfoot. Gordon Lightfoot is sold to Chris Kirkley for 14. Neil bid 23 on Coven. Jimmy Ball wants the Steely Dan. Jeremy was second on Steely Dan. YouTube comments are not working again. That's not good. Jeff says, let's see. Oh, Taylor's version. My bad. This is not, let me see if I have Taylor's version. That is not Taylor's version. Thomas, let me do that. Man, I'm going to have to order more Taylor Swift stuff again. I have got wiped out again. I mean, I just ordered like 15 and 20 copies of everything, and there's hardly anything left over here. There's only one Speak Now, a couple, I mean, we had a whole half crate of Speak Nows that didn't sell on the live sale. We've sold that many, like, I guess people coming in the store and buying them, or, I mean, they evaporate over there. Incredible. That is not that. So we track that for Thomas Bowman. I will have to make a waiting list for that if you're okay with that. So back up and make sure we don't get anything out of order then. Coven 22. We got Chris Kirkley, that's for sure. Gordon Lightfoot, $14. Jimmy Ball got Steely Dan. Jeremy got second. Kim Johnson said she would give 15 for this Julian Lennon. Let's go ahead and tag this Julian Lennon to Kim Johnson for $15. Let's see here. Test. Steve's at 25 on Coven. And Neil's at 26. So if we could make a quick side note, Thomas Bowman, Taylor Swift read Taylor's version. And then those are all sold. Gordon Lightfoot, Steely Dan, and Julian Lennon. Those are sold. Coven is at 26. Jay Giles bundle. Let me see what we have so far, Jimmy Ball. Is there more than one in here? There is. How about we do 15 and 15, $30 for both of them, $5 off each one. Jimmy Ball, 15 and 15. Electric Light Orchestra on the third day, $19.99. ELO on the third day, $19.99. Electric Light Orchestra. 24 karat purple, deep purple. That's a German pressing in shrink wrap, $29.99. Jeremy's first on ELO. That's sold to Jeremy Vite. So we do have Steve out on Coven. Neil's at 26. Steve's out. So Coven's at $26. Final call. Let me go see after this one sells. I don't think there was one left in Wayne's crate, but yeah, somebody bought all three of them. We had all three of the Coven albums from Wayne's collection, even that really hard to get one, but I think somebody bought all three of them that first night. Deep Purple, these are all buy it now best offer, by the way. Toto, Turn Back in shrink wrap, $19.99. Taco, After 8. Taco Bell. Both Jay Giles, Jimmy Ball for 15 and 15. Taco, After 8. That is sold to Jimmy Ball. Before that, Jeremy wants Deep Purple. So Deep Purple and Taco and Toto. Deep Purple, Taco, and Toto. That is a combo there. That's a Deep Purple, Taco, and Toto. All three of those are sold. Now we just need to get Gilbert O'Sullivan to somebody, and Donovan, and Cool and the Gang, and Nick Lowe. I really can't hop these up. Let's see here. Let's see my best job at hopping up Cool and the Gang. Any hits on here? Victory, Holiday. I'm not too familiar with those. Okay, final call on Coven. Whew, this needs no hype. It's The Doors, Soft Parade, $39.99. Tell All the People's the first track. Touch Me is the second song, $39.99. We're going to be asked to show the label, so let me just go ahead and show it. Red Electra, beautiful vinyl. Near Mint, Gatefold, Soft Parade, Terre Haute. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. Next, the best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Some pretty, let's see, If I Had a Hammer. Lemon Tree, as featured on Seinfeld, $12.99. The best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. German pressing, sold to Jimmy Ball. Ultravox, Rage in Eden, $19.99 from 1981. Ultravox, Rage in Eden. Wow, this looks very clean. Original inner sleeve, near mint, $19.99. I think that was the first time I've ever hyped up a Peter, Paul, and Mary album. I forgot, they had Lemon Tree. They had a Seinfeld reference. They're a culture rock. Milli Vanilli, All or Nothing. A 1989 Mexico pressing on clear vinyl, $49.99. Milli Vanilli, All or Nothing. If you hold it up to the light, it turns brown translucent. Milli Vanilli. Ultravox, sold to Jimmy Ball. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. He got the last three. Sold, sold, and sold. Another record that needs no hype. The Yes album. It is VG condition, $11.99. I've seen All Good People. That's all I've got to say. And I didn't even mention Starship Trooper or Perpetual Change or Yours Is No Disgrace. VG copy, $11.99. My wife just told me what she'd do if she had a hammer. Wow. Maybe you should buy more records. Craig Johnson's first on Yes, Jeremy was second. Milli Vanilli. The Bee Gees first. A 67 Terre Haute VG Plus $24.99. The Bee Gees first. VG Plus $24.99. Actually, really good stuff here. The Bee Gees first. VG Plus $24.99. Eddie Henderson Inside Out. EX copy $39.99. Eddie Henderson on Capricorn Records. EX $39.99. Let's go ahead and tag Coven. That is sold to Neil for $26. Neil Brasher got the Coven for $26. Jimmy Ball first on BGs. That's sold to Jimmy Ball. Tim Tolbert was second. We have Jackson Browne for Everyman. This has the original version of Take It Easy on it and These Days. VG Plus $14.99 has that die cut kind of window cover. Jackson Browne, VG Plus $14.99. The latest edition of John Mayall. That's EX $19.99. Boy, is his leg? What's going on with his leg there? Is those actual tattoos or is that something he's wearing? John Mayall, the latest edition, EX $19.99. I've never noticed that really. Michael Mofield first on the Jackson Browne. That's sold to Michael Mofield. Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth. The Safety Dance. You can dance if you want to. EX $31.99. That's on that same label Tom Petty was on. Rhythm of the Youth. Safety Dance. EX $31.99. A rock and roll alternative by Atlanta Rhythm Section. This has their major hit, I'm So Into You on it. VG Plus, $9.99. If you're just joining us, we're in the middle of a Buy It Now Best Offer crate. It's been high efficiency so far, meaning there's great stuff and most of it's sold. Everything's Buy It Now Best Offer. Craig Rutherford gets Atlanta Rhythm Section. I don't have really any auctions right now. Let me see if I can find something just to keep things interesting back there in the back in the auction department. Let me flip through this crate that's down here on the bottom and see if we can find anything to put up for auction. Even if it's a $1 start something. A $1 start anything. How about this really nice copy of Little Feet Sailing Shoes? $1 start. Little Feet Sailing Shoes. Gatefold, $1 start. Near mint. Has a white, plain, generic inner sleeve. Oh, that's beautiful. It's probably, with that label from 72, it's definitely a repress, but that is near mint, has a barcode on the back. $1 start. Would you sell Gilbert O'Sullivan for $10? Jerry Nichols gets Gilbert O'Sullivan for $10. Brent Rabley offered $18 for the Bee Gees. That Bee Gees was already claimed. We had 2 claims on that. Little Feet's up for a $1 start. Tommy Flowers is in at $5. Louis Bellison and Lalo Schifrin, Explorations. That's in mono, EX $14.99. Little Feet 5, Little Feet 10, Little Feet 5, Little Feet 7. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers. This is a 69 US press, VG Plus $29.99. Jefferson Airplane, Volunteers. Volunteers. Jade Warrior, Last Autumn's Dream. Jade Warrior, VG Plus $24.99. 72 Pittman pressing. Check out this label. Ooh, highly collectible label. Possibly the most collectible label. The original Vertigo Swirls. Jade Warrior, Last Autumn's Dream. Especially if you have it on Black Sabbath. Jim Croce has some records on Swirl Vertigo. Been looking for those for a long time. Never seen one. Thinking about buying some on Discogs, but I just oversee stuff. I'm just always hesitant. So I'll wait for one to pop up in a collection. All right, so back up to the top, we have multiple bids on Little Feet. Next is Jimmy Ball on Jefferson Airplane. That's sold to Jimmy Ball, Little Feet 12. Dan Olson offered 25 on MV. What was MV? Milli Vanilli. I can't quite do that, Dan. That would put that at half off. It's fairly recent, May 28th. I would sell this for $40 if you're interested. James Braggs at 14 on Little Feet. John Mayall during the 74 tour fell off stage and finished the tour in cast. I knew somebody knew what was going on there, so he fell off the stage and had to get a cast, and that's why his leg looks like it's painted. That is sold, or hopefully it's sold to somebody. Little Feet 15. Little Feet out and Little Feet 16. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. This is EX 1699. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Spirit. Three Dog Night, Naturally. EX copy, $14.99 of Naturally. Youngbloods, The Wind, Ride the Wind. It's very spelled very weird. That's VG Plus, $9.99 with the insert. Little Feet 16, Little Feet 17. The Sutherland Brothers, Down to Earth, white label promo, EX copy, $9.99. Spirit, The Spirit of 76. That's the name of the band, and it's called The Spirit of 76. EX, $17.99. Spirit. Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood. Sorry, I had something on my lip. That's a Terre Haute pressing and shrink wrap, EX, $21.99. Nancy, that's Frank's daughter. Hank Williams, Wait for the Light to Shine, a 1960 mono, VG Plus, $14.99. Hank Williams, Wait for the Light to Shine. Traffic, The Low Spark of High-Heeled Boys, VG Plus, $16.99. Many a Mile to Freedom, that's a great song. Rainmaker's a great song. Low Spark of a High-Heeled Boys is a great song. VG Plus, $16.99. Little Feet, 16, 17, 18. Tim Tolbert wants the Nancy and Lee. That's sold to Tim Tolbert. Jeremy Vite, first on the Hank Williams. Those are sold and sold. So it looks like Little Feet's at $18 with James Bragg and Michael Mofield's out. That's a final call for $18. Chad, you had both Jim Croce's on Vertigo. Wasn't fast enough to miss them. That Brent Rabley got them. Wow, you mean to tell me I've had Jim Croce on Vertigo before? See, I don't even remember that. That must have been a week where we were flying through some records. So you're telling me Brent Rabley has my Jim Croce Vertigo records, and I didn't even know I had them. Wow. Uriah Heep, High and Mighty. VG Plus, $14.99. Brent got me. Boy, I didn't even remember those. I really don't. I show and sell so many records on a weekly basis, and I don't even get to see them until I'm selling them sometimes. I would really like to know what I own in the back. There's about 50,000 albums back there now. Brent says he don't remember it either. Somewhere in the back, there's no telling what's back there that I'm wanting to keep, and I probably won't ever get to see it until I'm literally selling it. So it would take somebody days just to flip through everything back there. Days and days just to flip through them. So there's so much back there. The Hollies, Distant Light. This has Long Cool Woman in a black dress on it. EX, $17.99. The Hollies, Yellow Epic label. All right, we got a new bid on Little Feet. We had 19 with Kelly. Todd got Uriah Heep, Little Feet 21, Little Feet 22, and Little Feet 25. That is a mint copy. It's probably an 80s press. It is mint. The Hollies, Distant Light. There it is. The Moody Blues to our children's children. EX copy, $12.99. Gatefold. The Nylons. EX, $9.99. Canadian import. The Who, live at Leeds. Wow, what's this still doing here? VG Plus, $49.99 with all 12 original inserts, $49.99. So this is a gatefold, like folder cover. VG Plus vinyl. It has all the inserts. Actually, this right here don't look too familiar. Time out. I don't know if this is something that goes with it or not. This is a Who poster, but I don't know if that goes with it. Or does it? I've never seen that before. I don't think that goes with it. Maybe John counted them out and didn't realize that wasn't the right poster. That's a cool looking poster though. It's kind of rounded. Speaking of posters, in this collection we've recently picked up, or collections, we got some original. Here's the poster that I think went with it. Yeah, there's the poster that went with it. Maximum R&B. Yeah, at the marquee. So this has 2 posters with it. He might have just said it's complete with a bonus poster. You get a photo or photo insert there. I think this is the Woodstock concert. No, this is the Woodstock contract. Aquarian Festival Grounds. August 16th, 1969. 1 hour, 1 show. $12,500 to play Woodstock. And then some other stuff. That's what Live at Leeds has. It has all these bonus inserts. Some kind of, I don't know what that is. Looks like a place of where they're going to be playing and what they're getting paid. 1 case containing 1 gross smoke generator. That's where they bought a smoke generator. There's a picture of something. That's from the Isle of Wight, I believe. And just showing you some of this in case you've never seen it before. It looks like a contract, EMI, lyrics to My Generation. That's what Live at Leeds looks like. VG Plus, $49.99. These are all buy it now, best offer records. Okay, Little Feat, 26, Little Feat, 28. Kelly says she's out. Little Feat's at 28. Before that, Jimmy Ball got the Hollies. That is sold to Jimmy Ball. So that's sold to Jimmy Ball. Okay, I Cantina, enough said. VG Plus, $26.99. Terre Haute Press. We have Carole King, City Streets, $14.99. If you're just hopping on, we're right in the middle of a buy it now, best offer crate. And Fairport Convention. The history of Fairport Convention, 1972 UK, $29.99. This is the one that has almost like a wax-looking, British-looking stamp on it with a ribbon. Looks like some kind of history of Fairport Convention here, like a family tree. It's a gatefold with booklet. There's Sandy Deany. Great stuff here. Fairport Convention, $29.99. 2 LP, near mint. Really cool cover, too, for that to be so nice. $29.99. This is Charles Lloyd, Waves, $24.99. Chris Christopherson, Who's the Blessed, $14.99. And Kansas Vinyl Confessions, $19.99. Kansas Vinyl Confessions. Joe Jackson, Look Sharp, $19.99. All right, let's go ahead and end Little Feat. Little Feat is sold to James Bragg for $28. Of course, the one before that was Jimmy Balls. Todd Tipton wants Kansas. And Fred Carnell, my best price on this. I kind of want to keep it, but I would sell it for $25. That's very nice. Fairport Convention, I'd sell that for $25. Jimmy Ball, $15 on Joe Jackson. We got that marked for $20. I will sell that to you for $15. Who Live at Leeds? Oh yeah, let's see here. Fred Carnell sold on that, 25 on. What blows my mind is how they made any of this stuff in the, let me find a good example. I guess like creamed Israeli gears. Anytime I look at that cover, I'm like, 1967, do I have a copy of it somewhere? 1967, no computers, and they made a cover look like that. There's no computers. I still don't know how they really assembled that to make that and then be able to print it and get that printed somehow, like creamed Israeli gears cover. I was like, how? 1967, how did they do something like that? We got 2 offers on the Who. We got Michael Marth offered $40 and Michael Mofield offered $40. Michael Marth, you're first. I will take $40 for it. You offer $30, but you can have it for $40. Michael Mofield, if you pass, or if Michael Marth passes, it's Michael Mofield's for $40. So Michael Marth, let me know. So Gabriel, just like the Angel, that is a white label promo, $19.99. Michael Marth said he'll take it for $40. So Michael Mofield, you were second. Gabriel's a white label promo, $19.99. Lots of drugs. Yeah, I guess just on making it, but I'm kind of fascinated on how they was able to produce it and manufacture, get them printed to make it look like that. Like somebody drew it, I guess, but then to be able to make a copy of it somehow to print it on covers. That's what I don't, I guess, understand. Do you understand it, Seth? Seth said he don't understand it either. Brian Ferry, Boys and Girls, 1999. I don't think there was a lot of Xerox machines in 67 either, was there? Boys and Girls, 1999. Coven, there's another copy, $39.99. Who missed out on the other one? There's another copy, $39.99. Coven, $39.99. The cufflinks, that's in shrink wrap, $9.99. You got to remember, I was born in 1995, so I don't remember anything but computers. That's the only thing I do remember. I would went on Microsoft Word and made something like that, so, or Microsoft Art or whatever that was. Ray Charles Story, 14 all-time great hits by the Genius, Volume 3, $24.99. Ray Charles Story. Carpenter's Passage is $9.99. Blue Suede, Hooked on a Feeling. Blue Suede, $14.99. Hooked on a Feeling. I kind of consider them a one-hit wonder. That's that song, once again, that was featured in Guardians of the Galaxy. $14.99. Blue Suede, Hooked on a Feeling. Bunky Green, Transformations. Bunky Green is $24.99. And Average White Band, Soul Searching, $12.99. That's in shrink wrap. $12.99. All right, let's see here. We have silk screening. I guess that's it. That's still fascinating, though. Have you ever seen the cover of Disraeli Gears? There's like 50 million things going on front of it. Let's see here. Jimmy Ball first on the Carpenters, and that was Passage. Brian C. wants Blue Suede, Hooked on a Feeling. Neil, that's already sold. Fred Carnell said 25 on Coven. What did the last one bring? I feel like the last one brought over 30 on Coven. And Abba Vulu Vey is $19.99. Yes, I was born in 1995. I am 27. How old am I? 26, 27? I think I'm 27. How old are you, Seth? Seth's 26. I think I'm 27 then. Fred Carnell said it brought 26 at auction. Okay, then I'll sell it to Fred for 25. I thought it brought 31. Something brought 31. Fred Carnell, the Coven is yours for $25. Okay. Anybody else? I don't think I have in there, but yes, I feel like I'm 40, maybe even 70 some days for what I do. So, John Kay and the Sparrow. John Kay of Steppenwolf and his beginning with the Sparrow. VG $11.99. And the Happy Horns of Clark Terry. VG Plus $39.99. The Happy Horns of Clark Terry. VG Plus $39.99. And Jimi Hendrix Experience Smash Hits. EX $31.99. Jimi Hendrix Smash Hits. That was a great crate. I'm glad we went through that. I can probably find another one. I'm going to definitely recap this. They're all buy it now, best offer. But any given night, anything I'm selling here is at least one, if not two generations before my time. So, but I'm around it, so I've been buying and selling music and collectibles. I feel like I practically grew up in the 60s and 70s and 80s, and now the 90s is the next hot generation of collectibles, video games, music. So it's like that stuff is just as relevant now as collectibles than anything. The 90s, for some of y'all, that probably wasn't too long ago, but now it's 30 years. Okay. Let's see. Thank you, James Bragg. Let's go through this crate one more time. Everything's buy it now, best offer. I'm just going to read titles. Nick Lowe, The Rose of England. Donovan Fairy Tale. Cool and the Gang Forever. Eddie Henderson, Inside Out. Men Without Hats, Rhythm of Youth. Louis Belson and Lalo Sachrin, Explorations. That was EX $14.99. Jade Warrior on Vertigo. Milli Vanilli, All or Nothing. Nothing. My southern accent just came out on that one. Nothing. John Mayall, the latest edition. This is Earth, Wind, and Fire Spirit. This is Three Dog Night Naturally. Young Bloods. The Sutherland Brothers. Spirit. Traffic. Moody Blues. The Nylons. Ike and Tina, Carole King, Charles Lloyd, Chris Christopherson, Gabriel, Brian Ferry, The Cufflinks, Ray Charles, Bunky Green, Average White Band, ABBA, John Kay. Here, the last few is surprised I didn't get offers on. John Kay, The Happy Horns of Clark Terry, and Jimi Hendrix. Why does the auction cost more than the crate? It's only $1 difference just to understand the logic. I really didn't think about it. Auction brought 26 and he offered 25, so I said sold. Didn't really think about it, I guess. Usually, though, we sell it for about what, if another one pops up, in the past, I've usually sold it for about what the one pops up for. But usually the auction is more. That's usually, that to me, if the auction is usually the higher price, you know, because there's two people. If you have if you have something that sells at auction and then you have another one, usually the next one's cheaper. That happens all the time on eBay. You could sell something on eBay and then list another one, and then the second one's going to bring cheaper because the second person, there's one less person interested. So if you have like 5 of the same item and you list them at auction, the 5th one's going to bring the least because by then 4 other people already own one. So ABBA was near mint. ABBA voulez-vous? Sorry, I'm not good with French. Say that for me, Seth. Voulez-vous. Seth had French. He went to a real fancy high school. I went to a public school. ABBA is 1999. And it's near mint. Rudder Butter offered Belson for $9.99. You bought it. You bought it. Auctions historically add a higher value of items. But yeah, I've had stuff before like sealed or anything. Like could even be like a coin. The more you list on eBay, the less they keep bringing because there's the people who's bought them they're not going to bid on that one again. So this is sold for $9.99 the Rudder Butter. And can I get the sampler from the first crate from 7? You can. Let's see. Makes sense. I was just wondering. No problem. Thanks for asking. Rich Shockley said he will take ABBA. Rich, is that your first purchase with us? If it is, thank you and welcome. I may have sold to you before. Tanner isn't here for part 2. Usually he keeps with that even better than I do. And let me find the Hastings sampler for $7. Let me find the Hastings sampler for $7. That sold also to Rudder Butter for $7. Then we had another couple other questions. Cufflinks and then $35. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sell Milli Vanilli for $35. I found out the first time I showed that record that like they got exposed for not even really being Milli Vanilli, but they're still not cheap. And this is an 89 pressing on Brown's translucent. So Dan, I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you for $35. Let me find the Cufflinks. That was in the last crate for Jim Gray. Cufflinks is right here. Jim Gray, that's in shrink wrap, and it is in near mint condition. It is $9.99, Jim Gray. Let's see here. John Ambrosic said he would give $10 for traffic. We're not done with the last crate. $10 on traffic. Let me find that. We've got a whole new one here we're going to go through. Traffic, Low Spark of High Heel Boys. I will go ahead and say it's VG+. I'll go ahead and sell that to you. John Ambrosic, and we're going to go ahead and sell Jim Gray the Cufflinks. All right. Got me hooked on you guys overweight 11. Okay, well, if you're a first-time buyer, thank you and welcome. First-time buyers, please make sure, Rich, welcome. Thank you. Welcome to CollectCo. Make sure you message our page. That's CollectCo. We need a message from you with your email address and mailing address. You don't have to right now so you don't miss any action, but if you can hop off right quick and do that, that would be great so you don't forget, but I'm sure we'll be able to find you. $7 in limited shipping all week. It's a good time to be watching. This is part 2. We usually do on-sale stuff. The faithfuls are definitely watching during part 2s. You stick around, you'll get some deals. I get crazy sometimes. with pricing sometimes the later it gets. John K is VG, $11.99. VG, $11.99. Wow, that's on a Columbia 2i. John K and the Sparrow, VG, $11.99. Yeah, I didn't know about Milli Vanilli because I wasn't alive. But I can't use that as an excuse. You know, if I don't know something about something, then I'm like, well, I probably should know it. Kelly Bagwell takes John K for $10. That's another reason a lot of times I don't know how to pronounce stuff, because most of y'all probably grew up hearing it, and I've never heard some of it before. I've never heard anybody say some of these names. And then sometimes I physically can't pronounce them. It's like I got to practice it. Pentangle, Cruel Sister, VG Plus, $11.99. Pentangle, Cruel Sister, VG Plus, $11.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Poco Legend, EX, $16.99. Poco Legend. With that logic, do you know anything about Led Zeppelin? I do. I do know a few things about Led Zeppelin. I'm probably the most knowledgeable on Led Zeppelin and their music and their albums, even though I was not around during any of their original releases. Peter, Paul, and Mary. This is Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert. The top seam is split. EX condition, $9.99. Lily McCurry, first on the Poco. That's the good one. Legend. That's got 2 or 3 radio charted singles on it. Tony Joe White, continued. EX, $34.99. Tony Joe White, continued. Now, I can really blow your mind. I know a lot about coins, and I definitely wasn't around during the 1880s. But I guess that don't really matter for coins. Journey, EX, $34.99. Infinity, original. Well, hold on a minute. That's a Columbia. That don't really match. That's not an original inner sleeve. It does have an inner sleeve. Very clean vinyl, $34.99. The Metal Hardcore Nights. Now, those are fun. That is wicked. The official music, King Biscuit Boy with Crowbar, $11.99. Little River Band, Sleeper Catcher, $14.99. These are all buy it now, best offer. Brian Eno, Before and After Science, 77 UK First Press, $49.99. Boy, that's shiny. Brian Eno, Before and After Science, UK First Press, $49.99. Spirit, The Family That Plays Together. This is sealed, $34.99. Couple tears and shrink wrap just around here down the bottom. Sealed Spirit. Not the crowbar you're looking for, Sean. We have the Cretones, Thin Red Line. This is $9.99. The Cretones, Thin Red Line. The Time Has Not Come True, Ray Rep, $9.99. Rich Shockley, also on the Little River Band. That's Rich, and he's got it. Murray McLaughlin, Storm Warning, white label promo, $11.99. The Courier is $19.99. This is a soundtrack. Has U2 on here, the Pogues. Let's see here. Anybody else? I reckon Lord John White, Something Happens, Hot House Flowers. That's $19.99. U2's on there, though. Lee Ritenour, Rit. That's $14.99. Lisa and Colt Jam, Spanish Fly. $16.99 on Lisa and Colt Jam. Tanita Tekaram, The Sweet Keeper. $14.99. Iron Butterfly, Metamorphosis, $19.99. Gatefold, yellow Atco label, about a VG cover. The vinyl on that one looked really nice. Very Dionne Warwick, $12.99. Culture Club, Kissin' to Be Clever, that's $21.99 for Culture Club. Harper's Bazaar, Anything Goes, including the Chattanooga Choo Choo, $12.99 on Harper's Bazaar. John Cougar Mellencamp, usually his stuff's not left around, especially an album that has pink houses on it. $19.99, John Cougar Mellencamp. The Worst of Jefferson Airplane, It's No Secret, Somebody to Love, White Rabbit, Crown of Creation, Volunteers, $26.99. Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood, EX, $16.99. Craig Johnson wants Jefferson Airplane. Derek Clark highly recommends King Biscuit. He says somebody needs to get that. It's one of the best blues albums you'll ever buy. Derek Clark knows the stuff. $11.99 if anybody's interested. Manfred Mann, Chapter 3. That's a VG Plus. $21.99. Original on UK Vertigo. Manfred Mann, Chapter 3. Originally on UK Vertigo. I was about to say, that's not a Vertigo. Originally, kind of past tense there, I guess. That is Manfred Mann, VG plus $21.99. Lillian wants the biscuit. So does Kelly and James Bragg. Lillian was first, Kelly second, James third, and Nick was fourth. The Monkees is a 1980 Japanese pressing. It's a VG plus 1999. The Monkees. That's a hits compilation. Duran Duran, Seven and the Ragged Tiger, $24.99. There's tape around the jacket and on the inner sleeve. 83 Winchester, $24.99 on that. Kendrick Lamar. This is sealed, $34.99, mostly sealed. It's still new and sealed, but the shrink's a little torn. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That's $34.99 on Kendrick Lamar. David Axelrod, Marchin', $49.99 for David Axelrod, Marchin', $49.99. Garden in the Cine, Melanie. That's a German import, $14.99 on Melanie. The Spinners, including the hit single It's a Shame. White label promo for the Spinners, $29.99. Who Really Cares? Janice Ian, white label promo, $24.99. Paul Young, No Parlay. That's got a different cover because it's a Holland UK import, $14.99. Another ABBA, The Visitors, $21.99. If you just joined us, we're in a Buy It Now Best Offer crate. Possibly could be the last crate of the night. Tomorrow, let's see here. Yeah, tomorrow we're probably going to have some great vintage stuff. I'm going to work on some stuff tonight myself. I think Paul's going to be back tomorrow and John. No, I don't think John will be here. But we'll be pricing new vintage stuff from all these collections. I plan on making some videos tonight. If y'all could just, tomorrow, trying to find the right words here. Great stuff as always. It should be that way for a while. Any night you see us live during new vintage arrivals from 7 to 9 or 10 or 11, should be great new vintage arrivals for a long time. I mean, we've got enough records for shows for the rest of the year, and we're still buying. So, Berlin, Take My Breath Away. The name of the album is Count 3 and Pray. That's in shrink wrap with the hype sticker, just $16.99. There's some in here that should definitely be sold. David Bowie, Tonight. We've had a copy of that every night for like 3 weeks straight. There's another one in shrink wrap. It's a club pressing. Has the original inner sleeve, just $21.99. I wonder if making sure our feed's still working. Yeah, we're connected. Everybody's just being quiet. Joe Zanelli on Berlin. There we go. We got a live one. Joe Zanelli on Berlin. Asleep at the Wheel, Texas Gold, $9.99. Luther Vandross, Never Too Much. This is $31.99. We are working. Okay, y'all just getting sleepy on me. This is probably why this is the last crate. We've been through 10 million records tonight. Chicago. This is Chicago at Carnegie Hall, Volumes 3 and 4. $19.99. Chicago at Carnegie Hall, Volumes 3 and 4. In Harmony 2. I think that's like children's type music. Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, James Taylor, Kenny Loggins. $19.99. James Bragg wants Chicago. Kelly's waiting for the next great one. There it is. Diane Shure. Pure Sure. $9.99. I'm waiting for a Moody's Blues record. We're like 5 for 5 on Moody's Blues records tonight. Moody Blues records. Ricky Martin. Take a Look at Yourself. Private Press. Gospel Folk. Gospel Folk. $19.99. Louis Bellison 7. Live at the Concord Summer Festival. $9.99. Grant offered $24.99 for Vandross. Sold. That's sold to him. Sean's still looking for that guy. That's Luel George. There, I said his name. I used to say him Lau. It's Luel or something like that. Billy Joel, The Stranger, $34.99. A classic. Just the Way You Are, Moving Out, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. Roy Haynes, Visatile. Roy Haynes is $29.99. Lau. Boy, that's just tough to say. Look how many syllables are back to back there. Or vowels, I mean. Lily says Billy sold. Billy Joel sold to Lily. That's sold to Lily. We have the Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute, $14.99. If you have to buy a vowel, it'd bankrupt you on Wheel of Fortune. Sonny and Cher, All I Ever Need Is You, $14.99. Poussette Dart Band, $9.99. Van Halen, a club edition reissue with the original inner sleeve. Wow, this is still available. $39.99. Buy it now, best offer. Van Halen. It's a club reissue, $39.99. We have, does Ricky Martin have Livin' and La Vida Loca on it? Why does that sound so familiar? Viva La Vida, that sounds, I don't see it on here though. No. Not on here. Okay. Nope. Let's see. Todd Tipton offered $30 for Van Halen. Sold. Todd Tipton. The best of Barbara Mandrell. Was that supposed to be a funny question maybe? $9.99. The best of Barbara Mandrell. $9.99. 10cc, the original soundtrack, $14.99. I guess I can hear that song in my head you're talking about now that I read those lyrics, but I don't know who that is. I guess that's another Ricky Martin. Todd Rundgren, Todd, $16.99. Mary Kay Place. I fell into a trap there. Mary Kay Place, $9.99. The Pretenders Get Close, $19.99. The Pretenders Get Close, $19.99. That's really nice. Let's see. Sean Fairweather on I think that must be the okay. I kind of know what y'all talking about now. I'll have to do some research on that. Jedit wants BM for Barbara Mandrell. Michael Nath wants the Pretenders. John Lill was second. Something forward, I get my shipping sent with UPS. Box records. Yeah. Just, James, send that in the form of a question. To me, it doesn't matter how you want your record sent. That's up to you. But you definitely need to let our shipping logistics manager know that, which is Doug Page. Let Doug know, and also he'll have to coordinate with Tanner so we can send you an invoice if we need additional. We always go, the reason we're able to do $7 unlimited shipping is because we go media mail. UPS gets obviously a lot more expensive, but we can work out some kind of deal if anybody wants. We've had some people before ask for priority mail shipping just so they get stuff faster, but it is so much more money. It's, a lot. There's a big difference between priority or even USPS ground and media mail. Big difference. The Temptations House Party, that's $14.99. The Temptations House Party. Spooky Tooth Witness, Jacksonville Press, $19.99. Spooky Tooth, that's Gary Wright. Witness, $19.99. Kansas Audio Visions, $19.99 on Kansas. ZZ Top Afterburner, these are all buy it now best offer, $24.99. Unlock the Gates, Gypsy. Unlock the Gates, Gypsy, $24.99. Kelly Bagwell on Spooky Tooth, that's sold to Kelly Bagwell. Nick offered $20 for ZZ Top. Sell that to Nick for $20. We have Diane Reeves, Never Too Far. Diane Reeves, $9.99. Harvey Mason, Funk in a Mason Jar. Harvey Mason is $16.99. Stephen Steele's Manassas, $34.99. This is heavy. It's a 2LP Richmond Press. Stephen Steele's $34.99. Chad, are the Funko Pops, or are they separate box? I think if he can get them in the same box, if the logistics works out, he gets them in the same box. If not, sometimes he ships them separately, which costs us a little bit more. But sometimes we have to ship them just because it risks the Funko damage or maybe even LP damage. So, sorry once again, not my department. Luckily, I haven't packed up anything in like 2 years. Doug does a great job. We actually got almost 3 people packing up stuff now. I don't know how they do it. I used to pack up stuff every day when obviously it was just me. But as I've grown, I've got Doug packing up stuff now. So I don't know how he does a lot of stuff. People send pictures, or videos unboxing their records, and I'm like, oh, he does do a great job packing. The band Cahoots. This is a Red Capital label, $34.99. The band Cahoots, $34.99. Let me go back up to here. We have Michael Mofield said 20 for Mama's Was. I think he meant Manassas. This would be $28 if you wanted Michael Mofield. $28 on that. Let's see here. Yes, 30 on that. Steppenwolf for ladies only, $21.99 with original inner sleeve and insert. The Searchers is $9.99. The Searchers and Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, $29.99. But if you're looking for a Funko, let me know. Sometimes he usually ships them in the same box. Best I know though. Funko receive sent invoice. Okay, yeah. Tanner is not here right now, and Doug, of course, will be back in tomorrow. But I will find out. Richie Haven, Simple Things, $11.99. Richie Haven, Simple Things. Joan Baez for the first 10 years, VG plus $9.99. Belafonte, the Midnight Special, EX $14.99. Orbison Songs is a VG minus $9.99. Orbison Songs, VG minus $9.99. And Dick Powell in Hollywood, 33 to 35, and that's VG plus $9.99. Any more puzzles? Puzzles, yeah, I'll bring a few over here. I'll show you what I have. Does Steppenwolf have Magic Carpet Ride? No, sir. Magic Carpet Ride is on an album called Steppenwolf, and it's not on. No, it's on. What is the? It's Steppenwolf self-titled. It's on their second album, not on that one. Kim Johnson, I will sell you John Cougar for $15. Let me go grab some puzzles. Steppenwolf Gatefold. Yes. $39.99. Let's see. Let me go grab some puzzles. All that. But just so y'all know how everything works here. So Doug is shipping manager. And then right now Tanner is like, he's always been jack of all trades. Tanner does a little bit of everything here. So right now he's mostly doing invoicing. And if you get a reply to a question, it's 9 times out of 10 him or Doug. And sometimes Doug replies to questions because he opens up the inbox to send you tracking, and there may be a question that hadn't been answered yet. So Doug does that. We kind of talked to a few people about the position we were looking to hire, and we just didn't quite find somebody wanting to make the commitment we're looking for here. Like I said, the customer service manager position we're looking for is a pretty, it's not like work from home remote. It's a pretty serious, it's a career. We're looking for somebody who's looking for a career opportunity here. So there's still a couple people we're kind of talking to, but so Tanner handles all that. And I can promise you, as much as other stuff Tanner has to do, we are overwhelmed on messages. I think y'all know that sometimes. So we try our best to keep customer service peak. But right now, we almost need 2 people replying to messages, emails, leads, invoice questions, invoice corrections, and it's almost like a full-time. It's beyond a full-time. That's why we're looking for somebody like career, full-time. Tanner does a lot of other stuff. He was here unloading a truck with me until 5:30 this morning, tagging records. So there's always a lot going on. I do see a couple offers in here. Paul Bill says Seth does almost nothing. He said he wished he was doing nothing. Seth is having to tag records right now. He's pretty unhappy. The show is coming to a close, though. There's some puzzles. I'll go through those in just a second. There's some really good ones. These are all $24.99. Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. Mothers of Invention Freakout. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reasons. Rolling Stones, Tattoo You. Rush, Farewell to Kings. Rush, Permanent Waves. Metallica, Master of Puppets. Ozzy, Ultimate Sin, and Diary of a Madman. I got 2 other Ozzy puzzles as well. So there's a couple of those. Now, we had a couple questions. Bert Jordan said $20 for Temptations. Let me figure out which Temptations you're talking about, Bert Jordan. Temptations. That was this one right here. It was $14.99. Is that the one you're talking about? Bert Jordan, that one was $14.99. Let me set that off to the side. Next comment was Craig Weatherford said Orbison Song $6. Sell that to Craig Weatherford for $6. And Craig, that was a VG minus, just FYI. Scott said he would give 30 for Journey that we had $34.99 on. Let me sell that to Scott Jokumstaller for 30. Where are you, Journey Infinity? I don't think anybody bought that, did they? Let's see. Melanie, David Axelrod, Duran, Monkeys, Manfred Mann, Culture Club, Dionne Warwick, Lee Ritenour, Doobie Brothers. What happened to Journey Infinity? It's in here, isn't it? Let's see. We're going to have to flip through every one of them, as usual. That's usually why I just start the crate over and go through it from the beginning. By the time I flip through a full crate 4 or 5 times, it takes about... Yeah, I don't see a Journey in here. It must have been closer up to the front. Or was that in the last crate? Because it's not in here anymore. I know what he was talking about. It was Journey Infinity, but it is not in here anymore. This is the third go around flipping through every one of them. Not in here. And you also see sometimes, yeah, there it is. Took 3 times. That is sold to Scott for $30. Okay, back up at the top. I can do 4 hours a week. That's not going to cut it. We need about 50, 60 hours a week. Let's see here. How much on the puzzles? $24.99. I'll take 3 puzzles. Your choice, Chad, at the beginning. Burt Jordan got the Temptations, a sticker. Price and condition on Peter, Paul, and Mary. That was Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert. That's EX, $9.99. The top seam is a little split. Let's see here. And John offered 30. John, I saw that earlier. What did I have on that? $59.99? I will sell that to you. Let me think on it. Let me think on that. I got to pick out 3, though, first for James Bragg. James Bragg, you said you'll take 3. Okay, well, let me show you the 3 here. You're definitely getting that one. That's awesome. Momentary lapse of reason. Dan wants Master of Puppets, so we'll save that one for Dan. And I'll pick you out 2 other ones. You probably need... man, I'm probably going to end up giving you too much Pink Floyd. I definitely need to give you a Rush, but we have some other ones, too. Hold on a second. Which Rush? Let's see here. Permanent Waves or Farewell to Kings. But this other Pink Floyd is awesome too, which is Momentary Lapse of Reason. I think you need those 2, James Bragg. Now maybe you can decide which Rush you want, Permanent Waves or Farewell to Kings. John Young, let's make it $47. $47 on Willie. 47. He says he'll take Farewell to Kings. Okay, so those 3, these are $24.99. Those are sold to James Bragg, and James Bragg. Dan Olson gets that, $24.99. Now, these here are, let me tell you what these are. Rock Saws. They're a company called Z Productions from the UK. They make these puzzles. I've sold hundreds of them. 500 piece. I don't get the 1,000 piece, just the 500 piece. This is $24.99. They're all $24.99, 500 piece puzzles. Here's what I have in this stack. They're all $24.99. Rush Permanent Waves. I've got lots of Aussie. We ordered a factory pallet of the Aussie puzzles. I've had them for a while. They're thinning out though, but I had boxes and boxes of Aussie puzzles. We've got Diary of a Madman, Ultimate Sin, Blizzard of Oz, and Bark at the Moon. We got 4 Aussie puzzles. There's Diary of a Madman, and Ultimate Sin, but we have 2 others. So Michael Mofield, to answer your question, the Rolling Stones Tattoo You, that's $24.99. There's another killer Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. And I don't think I've ever had this one before. I think this is the only one I've ever ordered. This is a 1,000 piece. That's a 1,000 piece. I could tell just from the weight. The Mothers of Invention Freak Out, $24.99 on that. And I do have a few more. Let me show you which ones I have. I've got Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I got another Stones Tattoo You. Queen, Greatest Hits, which has a picture of the 4 band members on the front. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. Kiss and Kiss, which is Destroyer and Love Gun. Nirvana and AC/DC. Let me grab this stack and break it over here. And I've got the other Aussies handy. If anybody decides they want Blizzard or Bark at the Moon. They're handy. Also, I'll work overnight shift. Don't worry about, I'll lock up the stores. I bet. These are all $24.99. Every puzzle is $24.99. Every one of them. No more, no less. Dan Olson wants to ride the lightning. There's another Stones Tattoo You. There's Queen's Greatest Hits. Just a reminder of what that looks like. With Freddie Mercury, Brian May, John Deacon, and I feel ashamed of myself. What's the fourth member of Queen? Also, Rich Shockley offered $7 for Peter, Paul, and Mary. That's $7 to Rich Shockley. Roger Taylor, thank you. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. There's Iron Maiden. That's the only Iron Maiden we have left, No Prayer for the Dying. And then here's the two Kiss puzzles. Destroyer, and Love Gun. Wow. Where's our Kiss fans at? An officially licensed Kiss collectible, still available on the shelf. $24.99 on those. There's Pantera, the guy getting his teeth knocked out. Nirvana Incesticide, that looks interesting. And AC/DC Blow Up Your Video. The other ones on the shelf is Nirvana, Muddy Banks of the Wichita. We have Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Metallica Garage Days. Dan Olson, I got Garage Days Revisited. That's the third and final Metallica puzzle I have. And let's see, J.J. Wilson wants Love Gun. Put that down as J.J. Wilson, Love Gun. Michael Bofield wants a Stones, Tattoo You, and a Bark at the Moon. Also, there was a question, what was the Asleep at the Wheel in here? Asleep at the Wheel. Asleep at the Wheel. And John Young, I'm agreeing to $44.99. I will take your $44.99 offer on Willie. Let me see, Asleep at the Wheel. Let's try to find that. Back to the crate here. Asleep at the Wheel. Asleep at the Wheel, Texas Gold, $9.99. It's on an orange capital label, 1975, $9.99. All right, let's find a Stones. There's one for Michael, and I'll have to go over here and get him a Bark at the Moon. And I'll go grab the other Metallica Dan may want, if he's on the Metallica kick. I'll grab Bark at the Moon. And there's one David Bowie called Hunky Dory. Hunky Dory. And then Nirvana. Nirvana's pretty cool. It's got, shots of the band playing live from that live album. And then Guns N' Roses. Those would look pretty cool if you framed them, put them together and framed them back to back. Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Asleep at the Wheel track list. The Letter That Johnny Walker Read. Fat Boy Rag. Running After Fools. Let Me Go Home Whiskey. Nothing Takes the Place of You. Roll'em Floyd. Tonight the Bartender is on the Wrong Side of the Bar. Bump Bounce Boogie. Where No One Stands Alone. Trouble in Mine. No copies of Todd Rundgren Runt. Not that I'm aware of. Guns N' Roses. Do I have one? There's a good chance. Highly, yes. Can I go find it right now? No chance. There's a chance that I have it. Yes. Can I go find one? No chance. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. If you watch every night, it's probably going to pop up. Nirvana, Muddy Banks of the Wichita. There's Michael Mofield's Bark at the Moon. It's also got the UK color scheme. That's sold to Michael Mofield. And there's the last Metallica, Garage Days. I need to order more Metallica. Actually, what happened is my distributor said they were not going to carry these anymore. And then they had a lot of, I think, back stock. And so there's a lot of them still in stock. I actually got a random shipment of some the other day. David Bowie, that's the only one I have not shown. Hunky Dory, $24.99. And Asleep at the Wheel for $5. Sell that to Neil for $5. Do you have Use Your Illusion? I don't, but I need to order that for sure. I definitely need to order that. I haven't had that in stock. I need to order. I had Guns N' Roses Appetite earlier this week, but I need to probably order some other albums, whatever's available. Okay, that's it for tonight. Thanks everybody for watching. Tomorrow night we'll be back at 7 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in as always. We're here. We're going to be here every night. All new arrivals. We might even bring out some puzzles. You never know what we're going to do. A long shot, I had to go, did the Sade sale. Sade is still available, $49.99. I think that was from last night, though. But I know I do have a copy, $49.99. Thanks, everybody. Jess, if you decide you want it, comment or send us a message so we might see it. Better chance of seeing it in case I end the feed. And your comment don't come through in time. I'm ready to chug a bottle of water, and I don't know, I probably need to go find supper, so... Thanks, everybody, for watching. Be back tomorrow at 7. We'll have all new vintage arrivals. We'll do a lot more. Hopefully, our connection's better. We'll go through a lot more than we even did tonight. So, thanks, everybody, and